Hey, Bernardo, Wealth Extended Family. Volatility's back. We are looking in the face of tariffs and uncertainty. And so I wanted to take the opportunity just to kind of address things head on with you, give you some talking points around, what we think is happening and some short and long-term implications. Obviously, right now, all the headlines are about the tariff program with Trump putting them in place for Canada, Mexico, China, grumblings about, potential things happening in UK. So I think that's, first and foremost, the piece I do want to address. And if you kind of look back, we do have history as our guide. When Trump was first elected in his previous term, he did things a little bit differently. He put the Tax Cut and Jobs Act first, and then he started this tariff conversation second. And ultimately what happened was negotiations played out. He got some of the wins that he wanted for the United States, and kind of life moved on. Is this time different? Hard to say. But I think really when it comes to Trump, I like to think about him as kind of a bully with the door open, right? And we saw this past week with his meeting with Zelensky. I mean, that was hard to watch. I don't care, um, what your what side of the aisle you're on. That was a difficult piece to watch. And he is kind of a bully, right? He does kind of push for his way, says a lot of things. But in my opinion, his door is always open, right? And we saw that with Zelensky happen. And well, it's like, all right, now we're coming to the table. We're going to negotiate, hopefully get some peace and some things resolved. In that situation, I think tariffs we're going to experience the same thing. He's gonna apply force. He's going to be strict about this. And ultimately, I believe what he wants is to open that door to negotiation, get some sort of deal done that he can, say we've worked to shore up the borders, we've lowered fentanyl, we've kind of evened some things out in the global landscape. So I think that's what's happening. I also think what's interesting about it is that, to me, this is much more event driven than fundamental, right? This is more of an event saying, hey, we want these tariffs. We're not, messing around here. And ultimately, as the negotiations happen and hopefully resolve, that's an event that resolves itself versus a fundamental issue in the market where, you've got bad earnings, you've got tight credit conditions, you've got meaningful problems with inflation like we faced in the last couple of years, where you really have to work through them. I think events can be resolved a little bit quicker. So hopefully, that is the case here. And I think, as always, we continue to say we've planned for this, right? So put all that stuff aside. We're going to have presidents from either side of the aisle. We're going to have uncertain times and all. And ultimately, it comes down right back to where we always say is we plan for this. We plan for markets to be volatile. We plan for your cash flow. We've talked about, how we build a resilient portfolio and live through these environments. And so I think that the noise is concerning, but at the end of the day, that's really the value we want to provide for you, so that we digest this, we understand it, we put it in perspective and say, well, we've already thought through how we're going to go through and weather a potential storm like this. So just some thoughts there that we wanted to check in with. As always, please reach out. We enjoy these conversations. We're here to help you and help you put these things into perspective and context. So thank you for your time today, and we'll see you next time.